section. Okay.
I'll come over here.
Well,
We'll make do.
that's the way it goes. I'll try to stay out of the shot, but
Oh, you should be fine.
over here once in a while.
Yeah, no, you'll be fine.
Okay, I'm not on.
Nope. Oh, I think we are. We're on. I think we were on before, but I didn't say anything bad, so.
So here we go. Championship hockey. Thank you so much. I got some water delivered, so we are taken care of in the booth. Arapahoe Navy, Arapahoe Maize. At home, we are blue.
We are away at home.
So, Navy is white, Maize is blue. Good guys are blue, bad guys are white, as far as this goes. Also, though, there's probably some Navy parents watching at home, and best of luck to you. We'll give you guys a big hug tomorrow, but we really want to win today.
Yeah, we were.
And we do. We all love each other.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at practice.
Nope, there was a couple parents. I was like, sorry, I can't talk to you. You're the enemy right now. I will talk to you after the game.
Absolutely, but
There's one of them.
there goes one. There's an enemy right there. Barrett's dad just walked by, but great dude, and I'll chat with him a million more times on this hockey journey. Championship game, and it comes to us via a 8-4 convincing victory over Colorado Extreme, which was not supposed to be
No,
a lopsided game.
no. I was a little worried going into that game. I was worried until like the last 5 minutes, though, to be honest with you.
And to that point, Extreme took the lead to begin the third period.
Yeah.
And if you weren't watching the first game, that's when Bryce Vieira just decided to just go beast mode.
Yeah.
And I think was scored goal number 3 and goal number 4 at that point. Could have had another. I think Kono got one, which was Bryce's best move.
Oh, yeah.
Came in, dangled, beat the goalie, left it on the doorstep, and Kono just said, oh, hey, thank you.
Hey, there it is.
Right. Living right. And Vieira finishes with 4 goals. As we touched on earlier, Dotson had the first, which was a greasy goal. We were down 1-0 at that point before Dotson got his. For my money, it was Liam Stewart that got the assist. He threw down, but I don't think Game Sheet says anything but unassisted. Doesn't matter, but to the players, it's just like, just give them their love.
Yeah.
And to a man, though, each one of these players will tell you, hey, would you trade being in the championship or an assist? Of course. We're just happy to be in this spot with a chance to redeem a tough loss on Friday morning if you were with us. We had a 3-2 lead, 2:28 to go in the game from what I remember from watching the replay, and just couldn't get the puck away from the front of the net, kept it loose, stopped hitting it to the outside and started hitting it to the middle. Sean was at work, so he didn't get to live that
No,
game.
I didn't get to see that one. But that's all right. I'll trade that for a ship.
Absolutely, and so to that point, Sean hasn't seen a loss as he's been with us here this weekend, and we're going to keep it that way. That's the plan. Our team's hungry. Going in just to cover the one potential thing at play for us is that we played at 7:20 this morning. So the kids have been off the ice for a couple hours. Probably mine didn't leave the rink. They transferred from one to the other.
We went to breakfast and came here.
Right, and ours had breakfast at McDonald's next door, but they had it brought here. And my younger son has been at the rink since 6:45 a.m. And Navy did not play this morning. They had 2 games Friday, 2 games Saturday. Will that be an advantage? Will it not? We'll see, but what we want to see is fire right away, and we're ready to drop puck already. Whose line is this out here? Can you tell?
This is, it should be Elijah, Stewie, and I can't tell who.
That's Isan in the middle.
Isan, okay.
Puck's dropped, banged around in the neutral zone per usual, as is the case with squirt hockey. McGrady turns and bangs off the board. Perfect angle. Dotson's going to chase. He's going to harass. I reminded Elijah and Isan and Stewie. I told you this abbreviation the other day. You have to be a PIA.
Yes, you have to.
I told Stewie he was a PIA, and he looked at me and he goes, really? And I go, yes, that's a good thing, dude. Okay, puck's covered up by Brian on just a long throw in by Elon. That's going to give us our first whistle, and not our first line change, though. We're going to ride out with the hustle line, right?
Yeah, we'll call this the hustle line.
I'll pre-warn everybody at home right now that Dayton has stepped into the area, and if there's any hollering, it'll be him. Never a lack of intensity in the Freeman household, that is for sure.
Does that count as a shot on goal?
Yes, that does.
Hey, puck touched the goalie down there, and Stewie gives chase. That causes, little puck panic. Now Dotson's in the corner. Turned out, man. Harmlessly into the neutral zone. We're able to turn around, and Stewie dumps. Now that's when I would have done the line change, I think, is the dump and run.
Yeah. But if you're done, you got to get the chase.
Yep. Clark's trying to hold the blue line. He's backed up now, and Isan pokes it away. Isan gets some space. It's taken away on a back check there by Bustos. He was the hero of game one with the late goal. That puck's down into the corner. Dotson's going to turn and throw towards the net, but there's nobody there, and that's because Stewie's like, I got to get out of here. Webster comes in for Stewie. Stewie just jumps over the boards. And as we say that, we got
is that a
guys
trip?
going down. Nope. Yep, we're going to have a trip here. Hopefully kicked off to the side. McGrady plays.
Don't know why that whistle wasn't blown, but
yeah, that's the second time already today. We had the same situation earlier where they let the play. We clearly played the puck out with a backhand, knocked it out of the zone, didn't get the whistle. But the important information here is that it's a penalty on Mays. I got to stop saying Arapahoe now because we're both Arapahoe. Good guys get the penalty. So we're going to skate 4-on-5. I think we did that 7 times the last game. We're leading the tournament in penalties by a wide margin.
I don't like that stat.
Well, the intensity's picked up though.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand. And now, remember, I told you earlier, we have to train these kids on where the line is. I want you to shove the dude. I can tell you Dayton beside me, he wants Brad to get the guy out of his face. But then there's a line. And, be the instigator but not the retaliator.
Right.
Haggard comes out of there with it.
That's definitely a trip.
If Haggard would have just fallen down, it would have been a trip. But he was too good a skater.
There was 2 trips. He got tripped twice.
Here we go. The good news about that is that we had the puck in the other, get it out of there. Man, dang it anyway. We had the puck on their side of the ice during the penalty kill, and that's where you want it. Moen's got it, and he pitchforks out. Now take that puck and throw it out. It does. Perfect.
There you go.
Okay, and Callan throws it backwards. That works for us. 43 seconds to go on the Dotson penalty. I actually didn't even know that till just now, who the penalty was on. Puck is they tried to backhand it in front, but one of our guys overstepped in front of it. And now this is Pete Woodward up here. He throws towards the middle. Good play by him. That's going to be thrown by Carolyn over the goal. Okay. 17 seconds to go in the penalty. Here we go. If Ober can just wring this out of here. Played by Pete with the good feet there. You like that one?
Pete with the good feet.
The madman comes out of there with the puck.
The Minnesota
He bangs
Marauder.
up. We're going to get some forwards changed. Vieira's line's starting to come in. Puck's banged up there. Moen's going to take off. He does. Moen, go attack him. He does. Puck is kicked off by Brian. Rung up the boards over here. Nobody home for us. Still struggling with that. And man, that puck finds somebody in front. Evans comes back and picks it up and plays it up the boards perfectly to Vieira. Vieira and Isan out on the break. Vieira tries the dangle again. But that's where, right there, that's where Evans came in and helped out. Okay, you lose the dangle, but where's your guy? And he was there. McGrady rips and hits, that must be Declan Barrett, number 80. Hits him right in the backside. Clark's got to give chase, and there's an icing whistle, which will set us up back on the other side. I almost forget sometimes when I'm watching, because normally I have a roster with me for the other team, and now I'm like, I know all these kids. So, Vieira, Kono, and Schroeder, full line in for them now. Clark and McGrady at the defensemen. It will take me a while to catch up on the Navy players, though, because I have to see their numbers clearly. Oh, bad pass there by Elvis. Turned over, and that is, man, got to catch up, though. Someone takes one off the side. That's Elliott. Okay, now Kono's out. Hopefully Elvis can recover from that blunder. And Kono slides over to Elvis. Elvis going to play down, which he does. Puck's picked up by Navy down there. Okay, Elvis is going to have a play at this. And, man, stand up tall. Okay, it finds its way back down again. That's Vieira.
Get off of his feet.
Kono, they're close to the goal. Nope, it's banged out of there. All right, slit in, man. That puck, if it doesn't hit the stick, Elvis has got a point-blank shot. And what a play by Clark. What a play. Body's on the floor, and that's been our MO so far this season, and we're going to have to live with it. Seabass bangs her out of there, so it clears the zone, and Barrett swings back smartly. Good play there, but intercepted on from the other defenseman. Isan carries in. Elvis, quick line change. Dotson in. We're offsides. That's fine.
That's all right.
A lot of action there.
A lot of intentional offsides that they called and brought it all the way back down.
Yep.
6:22 to go in the first period. We're going to set up shop just outside the offensive zone with the hustle line, which is comprised of Isan, Elijah, and Stewie. I was just getting used to saying all the other names together, and that'll take a minute, but we got it. Dotson's in chase. The defensemen for Navy swing the puck a lot, and it's working out good for them so far, but they'll tend to dump it to nobody sometimes, which is that's when we got to take advantage of that. Here goes Teddy. I'll ask Dayton the same thing I asked Ryan the other day on the broadcast. You got anything to say about the number 6'7" on Teddy? Ryan thought it was one of the dumbest things ever. Covered up by Wang. Hey, Brian looks calm, confident in that. So Dayton didn't have anything to say on it.
I don't know that I've ever seen Brian have anything other than a calm emotion.
Yeah, Brian is, the Wanger is calm.
Yes.
We went 16 candles earlier on one broadcast, Dayton, and I don't know if it was appropriate or not.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
It was hilarious, though.
Wang's normally just pretty straight.
Puck is fluttered down, off the side. Get after him. Why aren't you chasing him? There you go. There you go, Evans. Liam Evans skates out. Okay, get up there, forwards. Man, defensemen, get after them. There you go. Haggard with the heavy stick. Get on the boards, Haggard. Haggard finally picked on someone his own size there. That doesn't happen very often. So Haggard and Stanley came together, and there's a couple of big 10U kids. Backhanded down. Go get him now. Puck thrown through the crease, and that's going to escape the zone.
Ooh, that's
That swing right there on defenseman, that works out well for them, but we can intercept one of those. All right, in the skates. Teddy's with the puck. Get after him. Man, nice play by Brian. Out of the zone. Here comes Webster after it. He's got some hustle. Webster goes down hard in the boards, but stays with it. Our defensemen are not holding the blue line. They would have been better served. Okay, this is Bustos. He rips, and dang it.
Just outside of his glove.
Bustos had the last goal in the first game we played, and he's got the first goal in this game. Off of Brian's glove. Again, we've seen this with the last game with our goalies. I would prefer our goalies move their body in front of it.
Let's go, Brian. Let's go, buddy.
1-0 Navy. 4:25 to play in the first period. Vieira line in. Hopefully we can chip this out. Bang. There you go. But no.
No, that'll be an icing.
Okay. McGrady's still working on that. That's a work in progress. He's going to get it this year, I promise, but needs to aim it at the red line so it does not reach the other red line. So those of you at home, there's a big red line in the center. Aim for that so it doesn't make it to the small red line down by the goalie. And that's icing every time, which brings us back here, and that's why we don't want it. Played out of there by Kono. Hopefully he can win this and causes some disruption. Now he gets after it. Oh, man. Stay with it, Seabass. There you go. Elvis, you got your turn. You got to chase. There's Elvis's, one of his best friends he's going to chase there, Pete Woodward. And that's what you get when you get your brothers playing against each other. Here comes the other Woodward, Tommy, and he whiffs, thankfully, and he just goes down in the boards. And it stinks that he's not on our team anymore because I just want to yell Timmy at him, and he would love it too. Brian just swallows one up. McGrady was looking to shoo Curlin out of the crease because our team isn't taking much guff from anybody.
No, well, they don't. Sometimes to our detriment.
Even when you try and cheer Brian on, I'm not real sure if he hears it or knows it.
Maybe not. Brian's locked in. Puck slides through. McGrady's going to slide up the boards. Over on the corner, and that's not where we want it. Puck's backhanded at Brian. Come on, Big Tom. Hey, there's some good chase by Isan. Nope, that's Elliott. Man, they're starting to look alike. Wow, slid through there by Elon. Brian kicked at it, and hey, there's an outlet, but it skips off Dotson's feet. Won't be an icing. Dotson's harassing. Perfect. Dotson is not fun to play against,
No.
I'll tell you that. I've practiced against him, and he's not a lot of fun. Now, glad he's on our team, but he's not fun to play against. Boom, big collision there. Could have been a penalty. Dotson hit the deck hard. Wasn't a penalty. Good outlet attempt, and that's picked up by Conlon Long, and he's eating it. No call there. Okay, puck's out of the zone. Conlon got the message that we're not putting up with any of that.
There you go.
I'm not so sure if that's the actual mindset. I think it's just some squirt hockey and there's a lot of loose play. But we're going to have fun with it up here in the broadcast. Our team has a lot of penalties, and you've seen why there. We get sticks and skates. We run into people on the boards. Here we go. Isan out in the open ice with Elijah. Go right around him to your forehand. Man. Puck stays in front. It's going to be played out. This will be an icing. Stay away from it, Brian. Dang it. No, let it go, Brian. Let it go. There we go. He got the memo. Play the puck. And that's not what we wanted at all.
That's
My goodness.
To be honest, that's not the ref's call. If he doesn't want to play it, he doesn't have to play.
Right. Okay, puck's back behind the net. On the side of the net, somebody grab that. Blow the whistle. All right. Ref's first day on the job. We'll ask Dayton about what happens when you start hollering at the ref. The reason it comes up, Dayton, is because at the game we were at earlier, first play of the game, first call of the game, one of the extreme parents yells, "Oh, come on," because they didn't get a call or something, and the ref turned right around and skated over to that section of parents and pointed right at the parent and said, "Enough." And then Sean so graciously reminded me that you had an incident earlier, I guess.
Well, he politely asked me to leave after the game was over, so.
There we go. Ref blows the whistle quickly. So down here, I want him to blow the whistle because you're just going to get someone hurt. You got Brian's arm down there. You couldn't see the puck, so that's when you blow the whistle. And we laughed. the reason I brought it up, Dayton, we laughed earlier because all the parent said at the other game was, "Oh, come on!" Well, that could be anything. And the ref got testy.
Well, he was definitely paying attention to the game, I mean, to the fans more than the game.
Yeah, and that you shouldn't be.
That was frustrating. He was even trying to say something like, "Just watch the game, stop paying attention up here."
Yep. Little contact here. Bustos was met by Webster. Brian tries stabbing at a puck that goes through the slot. Puck is swung around.
Drop down, dude.
And Haggard needs to chase that. There we go. Kicks out. There we go. How about Webster get after that puck? Blow him up, Jack. Oh, nice move down there. I'm not sure who the Navy player was that picked it up, but he was able to spin out of Webster's pressure. Perfect play. And it's still going to be tough. Bear with me today. Calling the white team Navy and the Navy team Maize. Oh, that was Sapecki that did that play on the backside? Okay. Yep. Oh, I know all the players, but with the other team, it's hard sometimes because obviously I know what our players look like right away. So as I say that, here comes Tommy Woodward dancing down into 1-on-3. He loses puck briefly, finds it again. Brian kicks it off to the side. Tommy's behind the net, throws it out in front, and we have to stop letting the guys behind the net live for free back there. The defenseman has to go and put him in the boards, and we're good at that.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
This is Wyatt Jennings down here on the near side with Elvis. Teammates, line mates last year. And that's the way when you play your brethren, you're always going to have teammates. Seabass played with Elon and there's 3 or 4 other ones out there, Teddy Freent. So a lot of these kids have played together. They've grown up together. But we want to win. And Elvis pushes out, which is offsides. Thank you. Oh, man. See what championship games do? Everybody gets riled up.
Let's go for the ship.
We're here for the ship.
1:27 left in the first period. Navy with the 1-0 lead on the Bustos goal. Now we got Conlon Long down here for them, and take and draw was Ali Elon. Elvis bangs away, and now Vieira picks up. He's on the loose. Just take a shot, Bryce. He does, rips it off the chest, and I'm not sure if it's Griff or Arlo down there for the Navy goalie. We're a long ways away from the Navy goalie, but it's either Griffin or Arlo, I promise.
It's Arlo.
Okay, Arlo started.
You can talk about the strikes on the pass.
Yep.
Arlo, I believe, has strikes on
Conlon Long around the corner. Man. Dangles. Puck's loose. And it's in the net.
It's in the net.
Man. That's Vance Sneezik, number 57 with the goal there. Puck was loose, and we're not doing a good enough job of attacking the person who's driving the puck.
Right.
But here's what happened the first game. One goalie started letting in a few goals. We changed goalies. We caught fire. Maybe that'll happen this game, like in reverse fashion.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Got the hustle line in. Isan, Stewie, and Elijah. Elijah gives a little greeting to Sneezik. Sorry, that one. Man, just lost track of which one that is. Vance Sneezik, right? Okay, doesn't matter. To his parents, if they're watching, I'm sure it does. But I think that was Vance. And I'm pretty sure Elijah was just saying, hey, nice goal, don't do it again. I guess offsides on Navy.
That one was pretty close there. I think it's front foot that I can land. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to take it. That was clearly offsides. Clearly.
Clearly, yeah. If it went in our favor, that was clearly offsides, without a doubt. I always give Sean, he's the official, if his word goes.
There we go.
Here we go. Dotson's out in front. Like to see this get out to the backhand. Away from the backhand, up to the forehand. He gets tied up. I think he didn't like that based on his reaction. Stewart rips down. Stewie again. I need you to get lower, Stewie. Okay, Stewie needs to get by the net.
Yeah, he needs to get down there. He's not a defenseman.
No. So the good thing is he held the zone. The bad thing is the defenseman standing right behind him to hold the zone.
Yeah.
And as it were, we kept it in their zone. That's the good news. That's what we want. The bad news is it's 2-0 Navy at the end of the first period. Last game we played, I think it was 1-1, and we ended up it was 2-2. We took the lead 3-2, so tight the whole way. But I would say it's paramount we get the next goal.
We gotta.
And we really got to hum here. We haven't looked bad. The play by Bustos is just a good play, good player.
I'm not real sure what's going on with the goalies here. Apparently Wayne was getting a blessing again.
Possibly.
Could be.
I can tell you that we don't always know what's going on at the goalies. Sometimes we're watching and we don't.
Are we not changing sides either?
No, Brian, that's the power move. This is Brian's power move. I'll get you up to speed on it. Brian's going to stay right there in the net until they're just about ready to drop puck, and then he's going to go across. See?
I love it.
It's just fine. See, now he goes.
He's protecting his zone until it's time not to protect the zone.
I think one day Brian was thinking that we would try having both goalies in this net and no goalie in that net, but we told him that's not going to work well for us because we're trying to shoot over here. Yeah, Brian's mom's got it all figured out for him, but I still think it's a power move. He likes staying there until he has to. And man, Teddy Freent rips backside, puck squirted loose, Teddy picked it up, and just had a point blank, absolute sniper's dream right there. 3-0 Navy. And basically on the bench, you got to look the kids in the face and you got to say, hey, this is what we asked for. So,
yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on, boys. Time to pick it up here.
Stanley line in. He played defense all summer. He's playing center now. That's the way it goes. Guys move around all the time, and he drives through. I know he's got a cannon for a shot, so right there, we don't want him doing that. Puck finds its way to the front again, and this is Haggard busting out, right? Or Bryce. No, that's Haggard. Haggard carries in the zone. I'd like you to chip it or pass it at that point. Here comes backhand. Now there we go. Man, we had the puck at our advantage. We still do. Oh, nobody's in front though. Somebody's go stand by the net. There we go. Play this puck, Haggard. Haggard rips down. Puck bangs through and finds the backboards. Over just tries to wrap around. Stewart gets a little bit on it. Webster gets something on it, and you see how they don't push us there. If our team's going to push them, so our team's got a little bit more grit, but what they need right now
is a little more finesse.
Yeah, absolutely. Vieira line on. I would say the line was hot earlier, but really, I guess Sebastian had a goal, so 5 goals earlier from this line. Bryce was the catalyst for the most part. I'm not sure what he's doing there, but he does. Temporarily, oh no, it's get out.
Get out.
Okay, that's offsides. Bryce went backwards there for a little bit. He was temporarily able to hold on to it. And I can tell you, like, we need to get some more shots on Arlo.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time. Brian's not, he's going to get a little worn out if this continues.
Absolutely. Elvis tries to cut off and makes him spin. And just that play right there by Elvis to cut off, it caused him to spin and just turn and throw it. Unfortunately, it's to our direction for our goalie, but you know, you're able to cause basically a turnover. That's in Elvis's feet, and now he stood up there with Stanley, so keep fighting. He does. Squirts out of there, so that's your reward. I mean, I know it doesn't look like it when you're on Elvis's end of it, but you go down and you fight and the puck squirts out to your guys. So Kono it's outside the line. Elvis is on the wrong side. I'm not sure why. Kono gets tripped, and it's by Bryce, I think. Bryce just puts a dude down, and no call on that either. So I'm in favor. Big Tom gives chase. He's just going to skate around everybody. There you go. Just keep going at it then, big fella. Elvis says, yup, I see you, so I'll turn around and go. Bunch of bodies hit the floor with Tommy McGrady in the area, so that's not unusual. Got to get out. Clark waits. Everybody's out. Now you got to hum. You signed up for this sport, so let's hustle. Let's go. Get behind there. Puck bangs out, and here we go. Clark's going to dance in. Rip down. Bang back out by Kierland. Banged out across. Nope, Kierland's out here, so that must have been another big. That was Teddy Henning. I didn't know he was that big. Okay. They got a few of those dudes that are that size. Puck escapes the zone. Go pressure it. There you go. That's why you pressure the puck, because it just skates away. Here goes Kono. Don't just backhand it to nobody, though.
Skate, see, boss?
All right. Here, oh, we get turned around. We get a little puck luck. You got numbers. You don't have to shoot that soon. All right. Yep. I think the broadcast has gone on my end to the critical. Maybe
We're okay. We're okay. We're gonna take a deep breath and we're gonna reset.
We're gonna reset. We got the hustle line in. Little puck panic there, to steal Sean's term. And that brings the hustle line with Isan. Here we go. Haggard, step into it. He fires and just hits Conlon in the crotch, falls out of his pants. Not able to hold the zone. Conlon had that puck just go right up the breezers and didn't even know it.
Should be in his shirt.
Isan's rubbed into the boards and is able to temporarily advance it. Elijah over there. Here comes Stewie to intercept. Now Conlon's picking it up, and I bet you he'll skate with it. Kicked by Brian. Puck's back down by our net. One of our defensemen gets rubbed down in the boards. I think that's Soren. And now he's got to play here. Thrown back out. There you go, Stewie. Okay, Isan, you got some open space. Cross him over and go to your forehand, please. Nice pass. Dotson whiffs. Dang it. First dang it of the day. Nice pass by Isan. Found Dotson's forehand and wasn't able to get much on it. Isan's able to take the puck away. Go back there and play it again. Dotson's with him. Conlon's just going to skate out of there. He turns around. This is where if your forwards stay on their correct side, it doesn't get you all spun around in a circle. Okay, puck's thrown down by Haggard. Don't backhand it. Why? Why do they refuse to play it with their forehand? Puck's still loose. Isan throws around towards the front. Jules able to intercept, and he skates out of there with it. He flips forward to Sneezik.
They got numbers.
Sneezik slides it down.
Oh, good control pass.
Thrown out. Evans, can you play this out of there? Nope, it's not saved. Back down under the goal line. Nobody's on him. Haggard, you have to go towards him. Okay, it's not gonna work out well for us if we don't attack the shooters. As you can see by the scoreboard, it already is not. Here goes. This is Webster. That's a hook. That's a trip. Webster is not.
He's pointing. This could be a penalty shot.
Yep. Webster's back up.
Pointing at the player. Is he pointing at the player or at the duck?
For my money, he's ready to shoot, so it should be a penalty shot. But I'm saying that from the standpoint of a parent whose team is down 0-3.
Right.
If you're the Navy team, you're happy that it was just called a penalty.
Looks like it's just a penalty.
Yep. And honestly,
We'll have to go to a rules analyst. Sean, can you step in for a rules analyst?
Well, you know, he was in the shooting motion, but he did not have a clear and distinct path to the net, so I'm going to have to go with no penalty shot.
puck is won by, saved temporarily. Montezite played it out, and Tom had a chance to knock it back in. Here you go, Tommy. Spin this way. Spin to your forehand, please. You know how some in the youth, when they skate around with one stick and parents toy with the idea of duct taping their hands to a stick? I wish there was a way to make them stop turning to the wrong side. Like when you have that puck, spin out this way to your forehand, get your head up and look around. As we say that, it's just controlled by Navy as they're skating 4-on-5 and they're having no problem keeping it away from us this far. So now we have the puck on your stick. Make a decision. 39 seconds to go on the Barrett penalty. Get a big collision there at center ice. And the ref's not going to call anything, so get up. Right. Down goes Webster again for the third time today. Down goes, and are we got a penalty or not?
I don't know.
Sir, do you own a whistle? Okay.
Looking at the coach's reaction over there too, I think they were actually hoping for a penalty as well.
Absolutely. No whistle on the play, but the play stops as the ref says something.
There's a lot of color out there.
I can't tell you what actually the fallout from there was, except for we have 5 skaters, they have 4 skaters, nothing new on the board.
And 20 seconds left to go on the penalty.
Which we should probably start declining.
Nice catch there by Elvis. Would you skate, please? He skates with the puck, slides it over to Vieira. Vieira dangles. Now it's in the feet. Somebody step up. Haggard does. Okay, Haggard's going to fire. Vieira, point blank, Vieira. Just slide it in, dang it, shoot it. Haggard with a good save. Shoot the puck. Haggard not able. Yes, he is. Haggard's able to step in front. Puck is still not out. Played down by Kono. Let's go. Okay, go get that, Haggard. Go get it. Back to full strength, and Navy's leaking out 2-on-1. Tommy Woodward slides over to Bustos, and he throws it off. Just wide, I'd say. Didn't hit the side of the net, but in that area. Elvis kicks it out of there. Keep harassing. There you go. Keep harassing. Great play, Elvis. Now get after it, Haggard. Haggard stays after it. That's what causes the turnover. And as I say that, they're coming the other way. Nice dangle there. Point blank shot again. Brian swallows it up, fortunately.
Yeah, we got our goalie change. That's Henry in there now.
Okay. Henry's definitely in net. This is still Arlo in front of us. Okay. Last play down here, I wish Bryce would have just ripped a wrist shot instead of trying. He had a pretty point blank opportunity and did a little bit too much stick handling. Played off the breezers off the chest by Stewie. Attacked the shooter. That's what happens when you don't attack the shooter. They just throw it in front of the net. Kicked out by Haggard, but right up the middle again. The boards were still open. They're open 24 hours a day.
Gotta get in front of him. Maybe a little.
Don't throw it that way.
I think they're going to get somebody with a little penalty there.
Yeah, we're waiting here. We're pausing just to see if there's a penalty on that play.
We're so proud.
Well, they didn't call it on the first one. They called it on the second one. So
Stewie went in the box?
Yes.
Okay.
He's taking up permanent residence.
Well, it wasn't
there.
the most egregious thing on the play. Somebody just backhanded it right in front of our net. And I just don't understand why, we could put up a road sign, say, hey, not this way. Puck's ripped back, front of the net. Unfortunately, not the back of the net. Minute 20 to go on the Stewart penalty. Puck's ripped down. Tommy just plays it off the body, which is fine. Mays kicks it back at the goalie, throws it, I should say. Played out by Clark, just clearly checked in the face, but no big deal. Puck slides out here towards the neutral zone. Webster's not able to get it. Conlon dances through, rips a shot over the net, fortunately.
that one was close. Don't let that guy behind.
Puck smothered by Henry, thankfully.
We got a whistle there, Tommy.
So we got what we asked for. Got another chance at Navy, and I don't know if Mays decided to show up. And is it to our detriment that we played today and they didn't?
It's starting to appear that way.
47 seconds to go on the Stewart penalty. 3-0 Navy. Nice swing pass again. That's Pete Woodward chasing there. He just throws her down. Perfect pass, really. They're set up. They were actually set up in a box there like a real power play. That's impressive. Puck slides out of the zone, and it's just banged across. Nice, calm play by Pete Woodward. And I got to tell you, I spent 45 games on the bench last year with Pete as our defenseman, and he is calm. Eson slides down. Stick is lifted there by Pete. Nice play. Out to Bustos, and they got all sorts of room. You got to have that. Tommy lost the stick temporarily. He's able to pick back up. Slid down harmlessly behind our goal. Skated out of there. Go ahead and skate for a little while. Puck is out of the zone. Perfect play. Stewie's back on the ice. And they're able to gain. Stanley gains the zone again. Puck is slid out. Now if we can get out there. Isan's going to chase. Nice spin out there by Jewel. Isan takes it away. Great way to stay with it, Isan. Isan is
some help.
Yep. Where's our defenseman? There he is. Okay. Bang back down. Where is the other forward?
He was off on a shift change there.
Shift change. Vieira is not able to, and that's just a nice leak out. Teddy Freint has it taken away. Henry's going to smother. That gets a whistle, and you see what I'm saying? We're not putting up with that garbage in front of the net. The two teams are wired a little differently. Fortunately, it's not a penalty, but when should it be?
Right.
All he did is put the glove in the chest and said, "Get away from my goalie," because you poked at him at the whistle.
We saw some of those called yesterday, though.
And you will. That's why you got to be careful. There's a line.
Minute
they
18.
didn't cross it, so.
Nope, they didn't cross the line, and that's like I said. We got to teach them that. Get your guy away from the goalie, and then stop.
I'll be back in 1 second.
All right, little action in front of the net again there. Elvis, you're going to have to get after that. He does. Right place. Now everybody else stay. That's you now. Turn and look. He bangs it out, so out of zone, right to Seabass. That's what I was telling you earlier about the defensemen with the way they play the puck. Bang!
Got us back in it there.
You remember I told you earlier, I predicted when their defensemen are just turning like they're programmed, they're just catching the puck and swinging it to the other defenseman without looking, little puck panic. We were able to finally step in front of one. Kono stepped in front of it as if the pass was to him, and that's where the real fun started. Kono came down and went backhand and lifted top shelf and beat Arlo pretty soundly there. Little shot of life before the end of the period, and I'm telling you, we needed it. Go after it. Go get it. 49's got a hum. Get back up. Bryce, go after him. Nice little spin there by Tommy Woodward. There we go. Vieira's going to get an open. We got plenty of time. Shoot the puck. Bang! Stop the clock! Stop the clock! Okay.
We had
That was like
a 15-second runoff there.
All right. You may or may not have heard a little shouting there on the broadcast. The clock was still running after the goal, and everybody that's cheering for Mays really wants the clock to be stopped. Okay. Remember I said Kono's goal probably gave us a shot in the arm? It definitely did. Holy cow, we got to get after this. Haggard steps in and saves the day. Throws out of the zone, which is great. They have to reset, but now you have to keep pressuring. We'll get back to what happened there at the break. That's going to be icing, and that's fine. Who's hurt now? Is this Webster? If this is Webster, man, he's going to need an ice bath.
Yeah, after this morning and now. Is that Webster? I can't tell.
I'm pretty certain that's Webster. Coach went out to grab him, peeled him off the ice, and said, "Sorry, son, but this is a rough sport. And I'll get you. Hopefully, we get to a hot tub or something, a hot shower later."
I'm more hoping for ice cream and pizza.
Absolutely. Okay, let's catch him up quick.
Are we sure we're not playing Arvada on the clock stuff?
Yeah.
15 seconds to go in the second period. Your new score is 3-2. Navy's still in front, but Mays with the last two goals, and just a beautiful goal by Vieira last time. Stepped in, picked up the loose puck, went down, and I yelled shoot. And what I meant by that is do not go your backhand angle this time. Just shoot with your strength. And he did. There's the buzzer. That ends the second period, and I can promise you this. On that bench, the Mays bench, it could just as well be 0-0 now.
Right.
That is exactly what we needed. I'm going to be honest with you, and I think you would agree with this. I was worried there about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I was too. We had no spark, and the last few minutes we had nothing but spark. So let's keep it up.
And
Some good hustle.
it just started with Kono just intelligently stepping between that swing pass. Caught it, got some room, and he went to the dangle backhand. But hey, he beat Arlo cleanly on that. And Bryce, Arlo had no chance. There's not much a goalie's going to do. And to tell you the truth, man, Bryce's first one, when he had that wide open one, we're that close to 3-3.
Right.
But Uncle Mo is on our side right now, I'd say. Henry is getting in the net and getting comfortable. I think he's going to try to bring us home. And sometimes he'll look up here at me and sometimes he won't. But here we go. He's going to be tested early. Glove save. Now, when I say tested early, I mean early in the period. I'm pretty sure he was finishing the last period.
Right.
Hard to keep up with all the goalie changes sometimes, and we've missed them more than once this year already. Hustle line in. Isan on the draw. Stewie is all over the place.
As
Thrown through the middle. You're going to have to go get that. We got to stop throwing the puck through the middle because look where it ends up, in the middle. Conlon throws it across the slot. Stewie just go ahead and skate and then rip it out, and that's an icing, but we'll get a whistle. No icing, waved off. All right, Dotson goes smear him in the corner. He does.
Got to kind of push up there to that line, guys. Got to push up there to that.
Stewie, get out of there. You're not a defenseman.
thank you for saying that. I told him that 100 times.
Oh, it finds its way out. Run, you gotta go. Nice cut off there by Clark. Good chip by Henry. Banged into over here. Nobody's home. Get it out of there, Tom. There you go. Tommy skates. Everybody can skate.
Skate with it.
Skate. Perfect. Get moving. Dumps in by. Oh,
I don't know about that one.
I thought we were on sides, but I'm cheering for the team that's in blue. So I didn't like the call. I like all the calls that go for blue and all the calls that go against white. I thought it was onside, and Dotson did exactly what he needs to do. He just chipped it into the zone, and I thought it was a perfect play for us, and it turns out we're offside. So here we go. Elvis and Bryce give chase. Step in front of that. Haggard does. Rips down. Bangs into the goalie. Swallowed up. I honestly can't tell you, and Dayton left, I can't tell you if that's Arlo now or Griffin, and we're a long ways away. Doesn't matter to me. We're just trying to beat him. Haggard rips. Elvis backhands in front of the net. Finds Bryce. Slid at the goalie. Bryce and Kono weren't able to. Elvis got to set up shop over there. Kono's going to harass. Puck finds its way out. Soren just takes off. It's very amusing if you watch Soren closely. He will just take off like, I'm out of here because I'm not letting these guys behind me. Puck's played in front. Man, I was hoping that would have found Elvis on the backside, of course. He's chasing Bustos there. And Bustos just rips down beyond the goal line. Haggard throws her out. Elvis, that's you. Skated out of the zone. Here you go. Elvis out in the open ice. Puck is knocked over to Kono. So Elvis has got to go set up somewhere else. Thrown down at the net. That's you now. Elvis going to try a wrap around. Throws in front. Misses.
Oh, that was a nice opportunity.
Elvis with just a great look to Kono. Thrown down by Haggard at the goal. Why aren't you there? There's a lot going on. And nothing wrong with what Elvis is doing.
No.
Even though his dad is
No.
up here criticizing him. When Haggard gets the puck, dive. Just go back to the net because guess where Haggard's going to throw it? 3-2 is the score. 9:38 to go in the third of the championship game here in 10UA. Puck slid out. That will definitely be an icing. Elliott has to hustle because, correct me if I'm wrong, if Elliott doesn't hustle down there, they can catch it. It's still icing as long as it touches the line, right? No matter what we do?
Well, you would think, but if you're just kind of meandering back, they could wave it off.
Okay.
There is another subtlety to that one too. Like if it's at the blue line and a defensive player is there on the opposite blue line, then it's not considered a 2. I think something like that. Can't remember exactly how that goes.
Right. I'm going to check my phone just in case, because typically
Let them dance in there.
That's offsides.
offsides on them. Yep, just making sure, because sometimes on my phone, like the one game, I had a text right away from Grandpa Fred, and it said, "Get your mug out of the picture." And it wasn't this mug, it was this mug. None of you can see either of them at home, and that's the point. We don't want you to see either. But of course, Sean came through right away with the, "Hey, we don't want your mug in the camera."
Good defensive play by the referee right there.
Yep, referee is able to hold the zone. Webster is going to chase this now. It's not an icing because it was Navy that did that. I would really like it if the rest of our guys realized that since it's in our zone, they could go after it. Liam gets turned around. Barrett slides back across. Oh, they almost did it again. I'm telling you, Navy is programmed. Bang. Tommy goes down hard. Hopefully he's all right. Navy's programmed to swing the puck as defensemen, and you got to look before you swing it, because we almost picked one off again. Tommy Woodward is dinged up, and I hope he's okay. He tripped on the way out, and that is the best kid. Okay, puck's in, nobody's offsides. We're going to get some more changes. Tommy's sitting down, we'll keep our eye on him, but we're back to action. Played up there by McGrady, dangles a little bit. Now is when you rip a shot. One dangle, you get one.
You get one.
Clark, throw it in. Clark throws down. I'd say we still have the momentum. I can feel the momentum's on our side, but we are sloppy.
Definitely got to get one in here. Whoa.
Turn around. There you go. Great play, Stewie. Bang! That's a penalty. And hopefully Stewie's okay.
Yeah.
Man, Stewie's quiet on the ice. 28 could be a 10-minute, and I'd be just fine with that.
Yeah, that one was a little dangerous play there.
Okay.
I don't think you called it on 57, not on 28.
Buddy, okay.
They're getting our player too.
I don't know how in the world that could be our player. And I'm just pausing
I think
because
we got a little bit of drama here. Shane is not pleased with
Yep.
this at all.
all right. Is there any chance you can do this for a second?
Yes.
What is happening? Okay.
I'd like to go back
Sorry.
to that and see exactly, make sure they have the right player in the penalty box.
Well, they called matching on here for some reason.
Up, I can hear Bryce's mom saying, "We're all friends here. Let's go, whatever it is." And that's absolutely right. We are all friends. Sorry about the pause there for a second. We were just getting our mics fixed. And so you had a little bit of silence at home, no big deal. We are still trying to sort out what happened. What I'm afraid of here is if we don't get the penalty that we deserve, did we just lose momentum there by that pause?
Right.
7:43 to go in the game.
Still on the ice though. So
Well, they got matching.
Matching penalties, and
showing up on the score clock, which is kind of confusing.
the person who should have been in the box for 10 minutes is on the ice. And so I'm not happy about that. Puck's out front of Henry. Somebody go play it. Go play it strong. There we go. Kono's out. Kono's out in the open ice. He's got guys with him. Come on, Sebastian. Ripped far side.
Stay in it. Stay in it.
Stay in the play. Another guy goes down. Elvis throws. Bryce picks up on the dangle. Backhanded.
There we go.
You betcha.
Face mask.
I know you're not a fan of the backhand, but he does it pretty well.
I'm not. And having said that, I absolutely understand the fact that it's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
We'll understand a little bit more on this penalty if he still stays in the box.
Yes, okay. We got a little spectator joining us named Andrew Gator. He's
So
on
we're
one of the
finally
B
getting the
teams.
penalties
And
up
he
there.
just tried to tell me that he was bad luck because they scored, and I got to remind him, you're cheering for our team. When you came, we scored. We're the blue team.
Yes.
And,
So stay here.
I paused, but when I went out 2 times, I scored.
Okay, that was Bryce that scored, so stay here. Or do whatever you've been doing, okay? Put it that way. Puck is kicked off. That's Grayson in front of me. We got all sorts of the 10U players in front of us just cheering on a good game.
Got numbers.
Got Big Will with me, William Lennon. Okay, come on, Elvis. Bang! You betcha! That's a sniper's goal right there.
He was shallow. That was a nice goal.
I apologize at home if that's too loud. I have no way of telling. Oh, what'd you do?
I was trying to be
Okay. As I was saying at home, I got Big Will Linden in front of me. I got Grayson. I don't even know number 5, but we got a lot of the 10U players just enjoying. Hayden, hey, they're enjoying good hockey, and the good news is we got 4-3. Mays in front, and I apologize again at home if the bangs are too loud.
No, I bet I'm hoping they're cheering as well.
Well, I'm hoping you understand at least one thing. It's definitely a goal, because sometimes it's hard to tell at home, right? If it's a goal or not.
And
go get him. Puck slid in front, banged out to the side, love it. All right, go chase that puck. If you're the defenseman, you're supposed to be chasing it. Puck slid through again. Man, Navy does a great job of just throwing the puck through the slot. Puck is slid out. Webster is in a foot race with Jewel. He's going to go down again. That's another penalty. That's in our favor. Jewel kicks at the puck. If that was football, it probably would have been a delay of game sort of thing.
Right.
Kicked at the puck out of anger, and there's an ice monster over there right where the ref was, because we've seen 3 people eat it over there. All right, catch you up on it. I don't even know what led to the Elvis breakaway. All I do know is Elvis got it, and I can tell you the reason I was jumping is because I know my son well. When he gets to that spot, he can snipe. And
That's his
right,
corner?
that is his spot. And as a left-handed player, you wouldn't think the left-handed side would be, but I've seen him do it a lot. Before that, it was Bryce, right?
Right.
Bryce tied the game with just a beautiful backhand. We didn't even get a chance to catch our breath. And Elvis went top shelf. And I muted my mic earlier to tell Dayton something about that. And I can tell you this. This is what I can say without saying too much. This game is personal for Elvis.
Yeah.
Okay? The head coach to the other team was the head coach in summer, and we got beat the last game of the year, and it was a sour loss.
A sour moment for him.
That's the way we'll put it. And so Elvis has been motivated to beat him when it really counts.
Hey.
And
whatever motivates you.
Absolutely.
I just love that we got Jack out there. Whoa, a little reference there.
So Andrew stepped outside and missed Elvis's goal. So I'm up to speed on what Andrew was trying to tell me. Every time he leaves, we score. So no. All right. There's no chance that was a penalty because I'm a homer, I guess. But I don't feel like I'm alone in that sentiment.
No.
Little rubbing up top. A trip is not initiated by an elbow to an elbow.
Yeah.
As Harry would say, rubbing's racing.
Yep.
Absolutely. Sean said it a number of times because if you ever watch Sean's son play, he rubs.
That was...
Hey, 4-on-4 for 39 seconds. So my money, that's perfect. No, it's not. Good play there by the defenseman. And man, good play again. This is Elon. Just keep him away from the net. He shoots hard. So that's a guy we don't want firing from any distance. Picked up over here by Sapecki. Haggard's got to chase. Got to go after that. And ever
Don't
since,
need all
there we
three
go.
players to attack him.
Bryce out in the open. No, just get it across that line. There's the line. Isan out in the open ice. Dang it. Isan's cut off by great play by Elon. Hand it to him there. Back check by Webster. Don't have to turn and chuck. Get up. Puck is knocked out of the zone. Bang! Collision. That's competitive contact right there, and Bryce was the bigger. That's definitely going to be a penalty.
That's a penalty. Oh, man. Yep. Doggone it.
Our team leads this tournament in penalty minutes. We've established that, and you can see why. Our team is so far ahead of everybody in penalty minutes. And we're going to skate 5-on-3. That was clearly a check. I don't think there's any argument there.
Yeah, that was a board there.
We were on the PK because of a very weak tripping call, I guess it was, because two guys were rubbing up top. That's played beautifully out. Get after, I guess, to an extent, get after it.
Guys, you got to challenge.
Well, it is 5-on-3, and there's only so much. So Bryce is the guy. Oh, no. Okay, here comes Sapecki, ripped over to the side. Get after Haggard. Haggard, you have to go. 18 seconds to go on the first penalty. There, you had a chance. Man, the puck's in the feet. Go get it. Just play it out. Out of the zone. Bryce is going to chase after it. 1-on-3. Nice play by Vieira. Everybody else get back. 1 second. Somebody's out of the box. Go.
Gotta go.
Don't change over there.
Somebody's got to go.
Somebody's got to get into play.
They're letting both kids out. One of them should not be out.
Okay, puck's out of the zone. We got 4 guys on the ice right now. That's the important thing. There's 39 seconds to go on the Isan penalty. If we kill off this 5-on-3, momentum is clearly on our side. Soren's back in. Vieira's in. He's been out for a minute. He's got it out of the zone. That's not a trip. Vieira dangles again. Vieira gets it into our zone, which is where I want to be on the PK. This is thrown down. That's icing. Let it go. Why did you wave it off? It's icing. We want the face-off on the other side. Okay, Stanley rips from distance, stabbed by Henry. Okay, you don't have to do that.
Don't.
Look up! Puck escapes the zone! Right to Isan! No! Stoned by Arlo or Griffin. And he waves his finger like Dikembe Mutombo. That is, if I'm you, I'm not doing that. But hey, we'll see how karma treats you.
What?
Puck is ripped at goal. It was over offsides. Hard for you to see down here on the near boards. But
He wasn't all the way back, but that was really
very close. Let's catch everybody up. We got 2:20 to play. And
One
we
goal
can pull out
game.
an improbable comeback. 4 unanswered goals for Mays, and I'm telling you, I might shed a tear if it ends in this score. And the talk I had with my son before the game, I'll tell you that. That's all I'm going to say.
I saw you down there, and that's why I didn't want to interrupt you. You were giving him a pep talk, and I was like, I don't want to interrupt
And
him.
I don't know if you've seen who else was in my circle. It was Henry. And I slammed him on the chest, and I said, you are the best, there was some language, goalie that we've ever played with. And because he was sad after the game today. He was in tears after the game today.
Man, I hope not. Everybody has a bad day.
Yep.
And hey, he's fought through it, man. He's freaking playing good.
Henry's dancing around, staying warm. He deserves this. I mean, there's a lot of good kids on the ice.
Yeah.
Henry is
Yeah, he
solid.
wanted a little bit of redemption.
Yep. All right, I think we're 5-on-5. 2:20 to go in the game. No matter what happens, we have got our money's worth today. Except for Dayton. He spilled a whole beer. So he didn't get his money's worth. Sort of. Haggard steps in. That puck's played down in the zone
There
by
you
Webster. He hits the deck again. Ice bath coming for Jack later today. Puck skated out of there, and man, they're picking up speed. Let's go challenge that. Go challenge that play.
There you go. There you go.
Picked up by Elin. Play it out, Haggard. Play it out, please. Look up. He does not, but he stays with it and keeps it down past their goal line, so I'll take that. 1:46 left to play in the championship game. Puck's kind of slid out. Go get that. Webster's back behind the net. I don't know who he's looking for. Moen, you can't chase. You can't take off. Okay, turn around. Played out by Moen. Great job. Out by Isan. Perfect. Stay after him, Isan. In the feet. Isan slides. Still down. You got to get up, Evans. You have to get up. No time for that. After the game, you can lay down. Stay with it. Stay with it. 1:07 on the clock. Isan plays up, out into some open space. All right, go ahead and keep skating that way, Conlon. That's fine with us. As he goes down, loses the puck. Isan goes down hard. We got to get up. We got to get fresh skaters. Got to get up. There you go, Seabass. Thrown out. No, ref defends it. Get him out of there. Kick by Henry.
Save. Nope.
Blow the whistle.
Nope.
Hey! There is no chance that that's a goal, and I don't care who you're rooting for. The whistle was blown, and they kept poking, and that's why our team is as physical as they are. Now, there's so many things. Okay, we're back. Had a little pause there. Mics are in and out. You know, they don't always get charged right. Here's the important information. As far as I can tell still, there's no goal. Now, I could see the puck clearly on the far post, and Henry went to smother it again, and that's where the ref had his hands up and there was a whistle.
Right. Yeah.
They kept pushing, and it's loud in here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely had a stick and covered by a glove.
Okay.
And it was continued to be slammed.
Now, what I can see here is that there is no way, because the refs are not at center ice, so there's no goal on the play.
No.
We're 5-on-5. Isan, Kono, and Dotson, perhaps. Elliott, now we're talking. But we're going to play 5-on-5 hockey for 34 seconds. And it's a championship game, right? So there would be a potential overtime.
Oh, there would be an overtime.
Okay. Yep, let's stay out of that. Isan's in at center. Kono's at right wing. Clark and McGrady at the defenseman. Okay. Getting ready to drop puck. We're kicked out of there. Stanley's going to line up. That's off the side of the net by Conlon. Keep after him, Elliott. Play it out to the side. Henry smothers, blow the whistle. There we go. That's hockey, baby. Hey, they're getting testy down there, but both teams want to win. And I'm going to make this for the record at home. Good for Navy sticking with it, play into the whistle. Good for Mays saying get off my goalie. Good on everybody. If Navy plays a game tomorrow, I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, just not right now.
But not right now. We're cheering for our sons. We're homers. No question there. Puck's played out. It's just going to be thrown. Kick it to the... Smother it again. Use your stick, Tommy, and throw the puck anywhere but there. 10 seconds to go in the championship. Vieira's back in to take draw. He's got Webster and Ober with him running. Big Tom's in there still with Clark at defenseman. Okay. So now that puck finds the side.
Again, you're out of here.
Calm down, dude.
No, don't fucking touch me. You got it? Don't.
We're broadcasting live. We're broadcasting live. Sir? Of it afterwards. Okay. All right, at home, we were interrupted by just the most rude individual I've ever seen, and we're going to report him. Don't worry. We're going to report him. Absolutely. There is no... Sir, please. We're live. We are live here, and what really matters is Mays just won the game. The game came down to the last second. You see stuff all over the ice. Henry stood tall like he's supposed to. I hope we didn't get kicked off the broadcast because of some gentleman.
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. A little heated.
Our players are celebrating. The Navy players should celebrate as well.
Hey,
Hats off to them on a tremendous showing by both teams. Navy took the lead 3-0. And we were talking, are we too tired to play?
It looked that way for the first half of the game.
And Mays answered.
They came, yeah, they did. There
And
was
they
no
caught fire.
Quit. There was no quit.
No quitting anybody. And I will pause the mic again if I have to remind my son to give thanks afterwards. We got, that must be Scott, I'm assuming.
I can't tell.
And we're going to hand out a banner. So we're going to try to digress for a while from what happened here, but I can tell you that the parent that stepped in front of me, I put my hand on his shoulder very calmly, and I just wanted to say, excuse me, sir, you're going to step in front of the camera, and there's 10 seconds to go in the game.
Right.
And he just absolutely flipped out. I'm glad I have witnesses here to know that. What else could I do?
No, you're fine. You didn't do anything wrong.
So, see, I'm going to do the same thing. Watch. As I put my hand on Grayson's dad, he just looks at me and just says, "Hey, how you doing?" That's the normal response. So, Mays is holding up a banner. Improbable, really. We were 0-1-1
yeah.
about 48 hours ago.
Yeah. Yep.
And now we're going to hold up a championship.
And they're taking the picture the wrong direction. They took the score down. And you're supposed to take the put the score up.
And I'll tell you, here's the nepotism. Elvis had the winning goal.
Yep. Hey.
And it was personal to us. It was personal. And a lot of things happened this summer that just didn't bounce the way we wanted them to bounce. So, good. We're going to get a picture in here. We're going to get a picture over here. I don't know if it was Griffin or Arlo in goal, but I'll tell you this. The game I'm talking about, with 8 seconds to play, Elvis had a breakaway down 4-3. Clean, unobstructed look, and he fired, and Arlo just stuck his glove out and made the save. And the first thing I did after the game is I went and found Arlo and gave him a hug, because Arlo's awesome. He's a fantastic kid.
Oh, I would love to give I know half that team. Love to give all of them a high five or a hug.
Yep. So I had given Arlo a hug, and I told him, I said, Arlo, good for you, you stinking, that's basically my verbatim. I just said, but I couldn't be happier for him. There we go. That's what I was waiting to see, because Wyatt's joining Henry and Elvis, and I knew he would, and I'm very happy to see that at center ice. And what a game. What a game. You heard Sarah Vieira say it earlier during the play that was in question on the boards. She yelled and said, hey, we're all friends here, and she was absolutely right. And like we said on the broadcast, we just want to win today. We want you to win tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I still think there should have been maybe a bigger penalty. Because it's a really dangerous play putting someone into the boards from behind.
Yeah.
And that's how kids get hurt.
He'll be no worse for wear, but...
No, he'll be fine.
You have to give that penalty so they learn.
So Elvis has got a new hat. I'm not sure what that's for, but just like everyone else, he's happy.
Yep. First banner of the season, baby.
Couldn't ask for a better game.
No.
Josh, we're just going to ask that you don't touch anybody else, okay?
Yep. So, and to that...
Certainly not this guy.
To that, I will say this. I am going to the front desk because that was clearly unhinged moment. So
that's my dad. He can touch him.
Yeah. So
At least it
hopefully,
wasn't a child that he touched. That's good.
Yeah.
hopefully that made it through the broadcast and everyone was able to stay with us. We stayed live. I hope.
I did, and I actually caught a quick
My
picture
God, my
of him.
older kids freaking loved you. They were like dying, in love. You have to. They're gonna watch you all the time.
Wait till we go back and watch the broadcast. If we're still on, but what I want to say to you is, we had a gentleman walk up here with 10 seconds to go in the game. I did this to him. I hope you don't think this is inappropriate. And that's all. And he turned.
Should probably end
Sweet.
We're actually going to sign off
Yeah,
here, folks, and
when you
join
watch
us